Kate Scott, joining me as always, my partner in crime, Brock Heward, and we are excited to bring you this NFL Divisional Round game. Well, excited, the word that you and I get to use, Brock, as do all these great fans in attendance, but for the players down on the field, I think a better word to discuss in this situation might be pressure.
I don't think there's any question about that, Kate. With every one of these playoff rounds, that pressure just grows. It increases. That Super Bowl gets closer and closer. And your game, well, it's got to increase with it. If you can't take your level of play up a notch from the previous week, can't rise to the occasion and find that extra gear befitting the situation we're in, well, that's the week you're going to be sent home and be a fan like the rest of us.
This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. And leading them out, someone who's still the pride of Wyoming University and Fireball, California. One of the league's best and biggest arms, Josh Allen.
Last week, Kate, you won't call his effort wasted, never. But you wish a game like that would have come in a win instead of showing up in a contest they ended up dropping. 2 touchdowns, no picks. That's the type of game that wins are typically built off of.
Allen taken right to the air. It's intercepted on the first play of the game. Juju Brents with the pick. And the Colts are off to a great start defensively. They force a turnover on the opening possession.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
And he gets very good yardage there. That's down inside the 10. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. They go again with Taylor. And they take it across the goal line for an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Colts will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Reed now to kick this one away. This return starts at the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Allen looking to throw. That's complete to Coleman on the slant. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. New set of downs for him from the 46. Throwing now on 1st down, Allen. This finds Dobbs. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's a cut for the 1st. He's got it in the red zone. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. From the red zone now. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is. If he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Back to the air. Allen. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills reach pay dirt for the first time this game. PAT up and good for Moody. And the Bills tie this game 7-7. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Indianapolis offense headed out for their second drive of the game. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
From the 30 on second down. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. They put a receiver in motion here left. Richardson now on 1st and 10. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
2nd and 10. Again, it's Richardson. He finds Woods. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. They get 22 on that one. And it'll be first down, Colts. Straight ahead with Taylor. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read or react, read or react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Taylor makes the catch. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. It's a pickup of 11. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down. So that's the end of one. Time for the second quarter here, and the Colts are thinking points. On first down, it's Richardson. The throw is caught. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
And that hit stops him in his tracks. No gain on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 7.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. This one's caught. He'll be touchdown short of the marker, so 4th down coming up.
Never eat shredded wheat. Northeast, south, and west, right, Kate? And I like on 3rd downs, north and south. You start going east to west and eating that wheat, you could run into problems just like that. I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Return coming from the 6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. The Bills set to take over offensively. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. First tone of the game for James Cook. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Some early movement on the left side there, but was he the first to go, or was he provoked? One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Putting a receiver in motion. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Pass into the hands of Dalton Kincaid. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Coleman with the grab. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Here's a give up the middle. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Back to the well again. And he gets him around 6 there. Making the stop that time, Nick Cross. Call it a gain of 6, and they need only 2 now on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Allen. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, it's fascinating how those routes you run so many times in practice become a whole lot more difficult in the actual game. That was an important 3rd and short to convert. Very surprised to see that play fail.
And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And they are unable to tie up this contest.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
Now the Indianapolis offense heading out. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Finds him over the middle. And they make the tackle at the 38. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Colts. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Indy. The Colts in possession. New set of downs for him at the 38. Off the play fake, here's Richardson. On target to his man Taylor. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility, get outside the pocket, and find that open man.
From the 29. This one falls incomplete.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a a lot of cover guys who can match up with him in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
They're going to turn to Taylor on third down. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. On target to Downs. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And that's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, Indy. The Colts will add to their lead at the end of the half. It's an Adnan Mitchell touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Colts make it a 10-point ball game. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. And they'll only let him get up to around the 28 before taking him down. We've reached halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando. Not a big window for those halftime speeches. They're right back out of the locker room and set to resume play with the 3rd quarter. Half the battle complete, Brock, as we resume play here. A spot in our AFC Championship on the line. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled. Out come the Colts as they've got it to begin the 2nd half. And they really leaned on that passing game in the 1st half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the 3rd. First down throw here from Richardson. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Oh, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you'd like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
Richardson now on 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Richardson on 3rd. And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch. Stacking definitely saw things different. So what we're all looking for here, did he secure the catch and maintain it while also getting both feet down?
Yeah, this is why it's a perfect look. This is why teams scout body control and field awareness for these pass catchers. For moments like this, he did not have much margin for error, and it happens oh so fast.
From the gun, Taylor. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Taylor again. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Give him 3 on that game. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. Some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. To throw, Richardson. Finds Woods. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Give them 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Pass it down close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
2nd down carry for Taylor. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
3rd and short yardage here, Richardson. Chased out to his right. And he has the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's an Anthony Richardson touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Colts take a 3-possession lead. Reed now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. Buffalo sending its offense to the field. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. First down throw for Allen. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Slot receiver headed left. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
It's pretty impressive, isn't it? They built this type of lead for themselves because that's actually, Kate, their first sack of the game. And that's why smart front offices and complete teams build a well-rounded roster. That way, if a core component like the pass rush today isn't there, well, the other areas of the team pick each other up.
And the nice gain is met by a punishing hit to bring it to a halt. So 4th down, and the big-legged Michael Dixon out to punt. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. The Colts have running back Jonathan Taylor headed out with the rest of the offense. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Taylor. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Now Richardson to throw. Gets this to Woods. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
From the gun on 3rd down. This gets the 1st and more. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They strike for 23 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
2nd and 10. Again, it's Richardson. That one's caught along the left sideline. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. So now a much tougher task here as they come up on 2nd and 20. Play action with Richardson. Wow, wide open here, complete. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Taylor now up the middle. And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Only 1 quarter left before we... Second down now, 7 to go. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. Jamal Adams with the INT. And the Bills are tackled on the return after taking the interception back to the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. Throwing now on 1st down, Allen. This finds Dobbs. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Second and 6 coming up here. Back to throw now, Allen. Put the body on the line for his team. And he's touched down after a nice pickup there to get the 1st.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early. Now talk about a golden opportunity at an immediate 1st down following that encroachment flag. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Gets this to Kincaid. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Colts side of the field. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Man in motion here. Allen gonna throw again. Connection made to Coleman. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Again, Allen to the air. He brings it in. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play. From the red zone now. Finds a man right side. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line. We'll try again from the 4. It's 2nd and goal. They'll send him up the middle. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills parlay the interception into points. Moody knocks that extra point through. And the Bills cut the lead down to 10. They recognize the situation they're in now. After that score, they're going to try to get it right back. And the Colts are able to bring in the kick. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
You know, what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks him, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 42. He's got a man left. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. Third and a lone yard coming up. Now a run with Taylor. That's good for 7 yards. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
Had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Indy. Colts with a 10-point advantage. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. This is Taylor. And he'll get down to the 21-yard line before he's stopped. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. 2nd and 3 now. They go again with Taylor. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. First down, and they go right back to it. And he pushes it further into the red zone, down inside the 15. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Taylor trying the left side. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3. Here's a give to Taylor. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, Kate, these are not the plays that are like bold in the stat sheet when you look back on it, but these are the kind of gains by the running back that keep the offense on schedule and move the chains.
Taylor runs it in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Colts take a 3-possession lead. Reed now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. Big lick from the coverage team there. And that's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. Now we've got the Bills offense headed back to the field. And they can really do what they want with these last couple of snaps afforded to them because the outcome already decided. On first down, Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Play action now with Allen. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. They send him left out of the slot. Allen on third down. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down. The Bills with a punt team out there. Got 49 on his first punt. This one looks even longer. He has it at the 22. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. So the Colts get the win at home inside of Lucas Oil. And they took care of business just